Welcome back to Raw, Gray, and Flip, and today we have a 20 card order that was part of the May special, and this is kind of the cards that I enjoy grading, the 1990s, early 2000s, so let's dive right into this. It's going to be an order where I predicted more 9s, kind of the 9-8 scenario versus the 10-9 scenario. Since these cards are a little older and, they were obviously a little tougher to grade. But we start off with a 1992 Hoops Alonzo Mourning rookie in that Gem Mint 10. So always a nice way to start an order with a 10. And as you notice, I'm going to start trying to put up the cost and expected value and expected profit. For these, it might fudge one way or the other a little bit, as I'm kind of putting in either what I see or what I'm hoping to get, but at least we'll get a little numbers up there. All right, next one here, we got the Mint 9 on that Jason Kidd Rubies on the reflections. I graded one of these a couple orders ago, and it also got a 9, and these are out of 500 there. Slide that over. All right, up next, we have a 1998 Score Star Salute, Deion Sanders. Has all that foil and stars there. We got the Mint 9. A lot of these foils are tough, plus, you got a little darker corners here, and you can even see it without zoomed in on that bottom right. But there, you can see it a little bit. All right, moving right along. We have our first 6. So this is a 2004 Sports Illustrated for Kids, Emmitt Smith. I actually, going into this, thought this could have a strong possibility at a 9, if not an 8. Obviously, I was way off. Centering's good. Obviously, you have the edge from being torn out. That's normal. Corners are pretty solid for what they are. Now, I don't think I'll be able to see it here in the reflection. Let me zoom in. I was really searching for it the other day or yesterday, and we're not gonna be able to see it here. But there was right along here in the light, possibly a scratch, but I can't tell if that's, within the plastic, on the plastic, or on the card. So if it's on the card, then that makes sense. If not, I haven't found any wrinkles or indents or whatever yet. So I think I'll probably just leave this as a 6. I think there's only 3 higher. So I don't know if I want to take the time to try to bust this out of the new case, which for me has been a pain in the butt, just to find out that, there is a scratch on the back, and, maybe I could send it to SGC and get a little higher, but we'll see. I'm going to set the 6s over here, and this will just be our, well, let me spread it out a little bit. All right, moving along, back to the 9 on this 1991 Baseball Magazine Hideo Nomo. This is the 1990s leader, 2.91 ERA. And then we have another one of these, Baseball Magazine 1998 Diamond Heroes Ichiro. A little foil there. Unfortunately, this got a Mint 8. Hoping for at least a 9, obviously, but, again, a lot of these cards being submitted were more on the 9-8 scale versus 10s. And we have another Ichiro with an 8, 2001 Baseball Magazine, 2000 liters. Just come a base card here. All right, and unfortunately, we have a second 6. I think this is the first time I've ever had that. 93 SP Chipper Jones. I had 2 of these. One I had in that SGC order a few things back, and that was what I thought in my mind the lower of the 2. I thought this had at least an 8 and an outside chance at a 9. Now I'm trying to see if I can show it. again, this is one where I'm not sure if it's on the case or that, but look right here. There's, if you can see, not that, you know, that, but there's a possible scratch there. So if that's the case, obviously that's a big miss on my part. But this one I am not listing. I will probably try to bust this out and maybe send it to SGC, see what gets there. They used to be a little bit more lenient on surface, but they've tightened up a lot now. So we'll see. This might just be a, you know, a bust overall. So 2 in the 6 pile. That is not the best. All right, but now we're back on Gem Mint 10 train. We have a 1992 Topps Gold Deion Sanders, Gem Mint 10. These all I got for like $1 at a card show, I think. And we have another Gem Mint 10 on the Nolan Ryan Topps Gold. And then for the Chipper Jones, we got that Gem Mint 10 as well on the top prospects. This has all 4 of these players. Each have their own nice little gold foil. Last one here, the Frank Thomas got a Gem Mint 10. So pretty happy about those 4. Those 4, if they sell for what either their current comps are or close to that, should actually pay for the whole order. So that means anything here that's 8s and 9s and 6s, even though they're a loss on that specific card and that what you paid for it or what I paid for it, you know, overall that money is just profit because, you know, the grading fee has been covered. All right, here we have a 1992 Star Ken Griffey Jr. promo, blue, yellowback. This got an 8. I actually thought this had a, you know, should have been a 9. Haven't been able to find why, so, you know, I'll have to dig more. Maybe there's a corner I missed, but, you know, got the 8, unfortunately. Another Junior 8. This one definitely shouldn't have been sent in. I think I just got caught up in the, you know, $15.99 special or whatever it was, but let me see if even zooming in. But you can, it's a little tough with this focusing here, but you know, every corner here, you could just look at it and there's a little bit off in every corner. So, I mean, just that right there, not even on the back issues, shouldn't have been sent in. So this was just some rose-colored glasses, you know, liking the card, having it around. And we have a 7 on this 1994 Pinnacles, Ken Griffey Jr., the Naturals. This one is a little annoying on my part again as well. Is I initially bought one of these off auction. It wasn't DC Sports, as one of the other ones I do, and unfortunately I think I paid like $9, $10 for it, which when I went back to look things up was pretty overpriced. Could have bought some buy it nows for way cheaper. But I also realized is I could buy the whole unopened set for like $10, $12 if that. I think I might have bought it for cheaper, but so I did that as well. Unfortunately, the sets come with the cards kind of loose in it, and so they were all a little bit damaged, but the one I bought had more damage than the one in the set, so I graded that one, but as you can see here, I missed, if you look over that corner here, you can just see, you know, the light catches and it's bent. So the whole thing, I just kind of screwed up, you know, both purchasing originally, the one from the box set, you know, was obviously damaged too. So that's a bummer. But out of that set, I got the Barry Bonds. I sent that one in. That got a mint 9. And then let's see where we at. Couple left here. 95 Topps Tiffany Mike Schmidt got the 7. This one I figured probably an 8, but I think it's the discoloration. You know, everything else is, you know, some of the corners a tiny bit, which it wouldn't get a 10, But I think initially I thought, could be a 9. But then after I sent it in and I started looking up others of these, the ones I saw that are 8s and 9s are a little bit more not, I don't know, yellowed or tanned or whatever you want to call it. So 7, I guess, if that's the case, makes sense. This is a 2 6s and 2 7s is, not something I'm used to. All right, but we have a 1989 Fleer, Billy Ripken, black scribble over the F-face error. This one got an 8, which I put this one at 8. I mean, 1, you can just see off-centering. And 2, if we look on the back here, on the top edge, it's pretty worn, much less, there's some discoloration there as well. But, these ones go as an 8 for the black scribble, go for about $50 anyway. So, there's a tiny bit of a profit there. I think I got those at a show for like $4 or got them pretty cheap from this person. Second one I sent in, initially I had a small hope for 9, but after I, re-looked it over, same thing on the back here. If you look at the top edge, it's pretty worn there. But, it got an 8, so that's fine. All right, last one here, and this is just the black box. There's just one of the more common ones. We did get the 9 on this one, and, these go for a little bit more. I think a lot of this stuff has had a little bit of a pop because of the Jackson Holiday version of this in the Series 2 tops this year. His is Fun Face, but I think they're doing all the same errors, so it might have got a little bit more, renewed interest in these cards. So that one is on our 9. Obviously, not the best on our gym rates. I'll put all the rates up there right here. But these are also the cards I enjoy grading. I do need to tighten up a little bit, even if it is a special, and even if they are in these 90s, 2000s, really should, 9s. If I got 9s across the board, I'd be happy, but obviously stuff below that, unless, they pay for themselves lower, is not what I'm looking for. So I also put up here my final predicted profit. So hopefully you enjoyed all this. I have another order that's sitting on my desk here. Another just popped yesterday, and I have another that got the check mark, and then 2 others in different stages. So we'll continue to have plenty of PSA order reveals coming soon. As always, thanks for watching, and have a good 4th of July week and weekend.